to talk. How to talk. How to talk. They are selfies.
Mahmoud, shift down. Down. Area view.
You can see the numbers of items.
These insidious criminal activities not only undermine the very fabric of our society, but also poses significant threat to public safety, disrupts the provision of essential amenities, and jeopardize the integrity of our critical infrastructures. Through the collective effort of all security agencies, we have made substantial strides in combating the menace, and today's achievements serve as a testament to our unwavering commitment to safeguarding the well-being of our citizens and protecting the vital assets that underpins our nation's prosperity. In a bold move to tackle the menace of vandalism and theft of public infrastructure, on January 13, 2025, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister N1bn, CON, convened a crucial FCT Security Committee meeting with heads of security agencies. The strategic gathering culminated in a joint task force with a directive ordering the immediate 2-week closure of all scrap yards, commonly referred to as Panteka markets, within the Federal Capital Territory. The temporary closure of this market was to dismantle the illicit trade in stolen infrastructure and scrap metals, protecting vital public assets and enhancing citizen safety. The launch of Operation Sweep is a joint task force. In alignment with this directive, the security operatives initiated Operation Sweep, a decisive enforcement action targeting vandalism, destruction, illegal sales of critical infrastructure to Panteka operators and other illicit buyers. A multi-agency task force comprising sister agencies within the Federal Capital Territory launched a series of targeted operations aimed at dismantling the illegal trade in stolen infrastructure and scrap metals. The task force includes Nigerian Police, Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense, the Department of State Service, the Immigration, Federal Road Safety Corps, Nigerian Correctional Services, the FCT Social Development Secretariat, Abuja Environmental Protection Agency, the National Drug Enforcement Agency, Abuja Developmental Control Agency. This coordinated operation focused on scrap yards, commonly known as Pantika markets, where scavengers referred to as Babambola engage in criminal activities. The task force aimed to displace, evacuate, and demolish makeshift shanties and illegal structures, thereby disrupting the illicit trade and ensuring public safety. The ongoing incentive enforcement operation conducted both day and night operations. On Thursday, January 16, 2025, and has yielded significant results so far. Several major Pantika markets raided include Dede Pantika, Kabusa Pantika, Dede Outway Lane Pantika. Zuba Pantika, Impape, Jabi, and Nyaya Pantika. Below is a detailed breakdown of operations executed and the items recovered at each location. January 16, we had raid on Dede building material market, and we recovered a large number of manhole sewage covers with inscription on it, "Not for sale." January 17, raid on Nyaya Pantika. Items recovered include cut-to-size electric transformer, 3 generators, and 3 motorcycles. January 18, raid on Dede electrical market. Items recovered include huge volume of cables and fiber optic materials. January 16, township patrol and evacuation of scavengers. Action taken, conducted patrol for confidence building and the displacement of illegal scavengers from the metropolis. January 20, repeat patrol at Dede building material market and recovered more manhole covers, rubber insulators, stripped from cables, and piles of cut-to-size cables. January 21, raid on Akpoduse shanties and Pantika. Items recovered include large quantities of iron rods cut to size, and demolition of illegal shanties and displacement of scavengers, also known as Babambola. January 22, repeat visit to Kabusa Pantika. At this time, no more things was recovered. January 23rd, raid on Gwari Pass and their scavengers in their shanties. January 24, we raided Zuba Pantika and Diko Pantika in Niger State, and these are the things recovered. Documents related to vehicles with unverified ownership, fake fabricated Mercedes-Benz chassis numbers, industrial solar batteries suspected to have been stolen, solar panels of different makes, large quantity of sack filled with naked armored cables wires that have been stolen from the FCT command and burnt for them to use the copper inside for making earrings and spoons. We recovered weaving machines and a lot of vehicle rims cut into iron rods. January 26, we raided Diko Pantika in Niger State again, and items recovered include solar panels and large quantity of armored cables. January 28, demolition exercise along road corridor, Dape village. Action taken, illegal structures were dismantled to reclaim public infrastructures. January 29, we raided Dede Pantika market. Items recovered include bundles of barbed wire installed by the government. This comprehensive operation represents a decisive move towards eliminating vandalism and safeguarding critical infrastructure within the FCT and the neighboring states. Arrests, charges, and recoveries. So far, 31 suspects have been arrested, with 16 already charged to court. Charged to court for criminal conspiracy, mischief by injury to public road, navigable channels, and electrical installations, which are punishable by life imprisonment, a fine or both, under Section 332 of the Penal Code. It also includes receiving and being in possession of stolen public properties. The suspects charged to court include Abubakar Adamu, Emmanuel John Eze, Emeka Ezekiel, Hamad Suleiman, Dennis Shigoze, Ismail Usman, Victor Ezeokoye, Izundu Fidelis, Alex Okechukwu Edi, Jonathan R. Obi, Simeon Samuel, Mubarak Lawal, Okafor Ekene, Usman Lawal, Shuaibu Yaya, and James Edu. The following exhibits were recovered during the other operations: 100 units of manhole covers and drainage covers. I repeat, 115 units of manhole covers and drainage covers, 5 motorcycles, great tons of street part of electric transformers, industrial scaffoldings, bundles of armored and insulated cables, copper wires, fiber optic cables, 29 industrial solar batteries, several other stolen infrastructure materials, 75 bags of cement, several doors, 3 pieces cylinders used for welding, power generating set 4, 2 water pumping machines, 25 cartons of floor tiles, waterboard underground pipes as well, 1 unit of mobile air conditioner, 12 large-size solar panels, iron chairs, tractor spare parts, 1 golf vehicle with registration number KUJ 236BM carrying suspected stolen scaffolding irons, 2 pieces of vehicle chassis templates, large quantity of suspected stolen electric changeovers. Upon recovery, the Abuja Electric Distribution Company, AEDC, officials were invited to identify some of the items. They confirmed that the recovered cables and electric components were vandalized from multiple electric stations across the FCT. As a direct consequence, this act of vandalism, several areas, including Dawaki, Ipape, Nyanya, Karu, and surrounding communities have been plunged into total darkness. Estimated value of all recovered items. The estimated value of all recovered items, including all the metals and wires, are over ₦1 billion. Directives to Pantika operators. The Abuja Market Management Limited, under the directives of the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has mandated all Pantika market operators to report for profiling and registration as follows. Number 2, Judah Street, Wuse Zone 6, Abuja. Date, Wednesday, Friday 5th at 3:00 p.m. Key directives. The ban on scavengers. The public is reminded that scavengers remain strictly banned within the Federal Capital Territory. Protection of public infrastructure. Residents are urged to consider public infrastructures as collective property and to remain vigilant always. Any attempt at vandalism, theft, or suspicious goods should be promptly reported to the NSCDC, the nearest police station, and other security operatives. Market operations and law enforcement. The FCT Core Security Committee will oversee and streamline activities within Pantika Market across Abuja to ensure compliance with the regulations. Zero tolerance to stolen goods. Anyone found selling, receiving, or storing stolen government property, manhole covers, rail tracks, street lights, etc., will face immediate arrest, prosecution, and permanent closure of their businesses. Ignorance is not an excuse, so you have to verify the origins of what goods before you buy it. Do not shield thieves or buyers of stolen goods. Cooperate with the law enforcement or face charges as accomplices. This is a continuous operation, and the next phase commences immediately. Vandals and their patrons should take note. There is no hiding place for criminal activities within the FCT. The task force and other security operatives will continue to conduct spot checks of stores and warehouses. Appreciation. I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all the commanders and officers of our sister agencies who have played a crucial role in this joint task force operation. Your dedication and collaboration have been instrumental in addressing the menace of vandalism in the FCT. A special thanks to the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Department of State Services, Immigration, Federal Road Safety Corps, the Nigerian Correctional Services, the FCT Social Development Secretariat SDS, Abuja Environmental Protection Agency, National Drug Enforcement Agencies, NDLEA, Abuja Developmental Control. For your invaluable contributions, your commitment has been pivotal in safeguarding public infrastructure and ensuring law and order. Your efforts are deeply appreciated, and we look forward to continued collaboration in securing the FCT. Thank you. Profile. It includes those buying, those doing the illegal scavenging, and those sponsoring them, and everybody who supports them as well will go in for accomplices. For your information, some of the financiers of these activities have been arrested, they have been charged to court, and as I speak with you, they are in the prison custodies. We will continue to go for those who sponsor them as well. So there is no hiding place, it's a total thing. You mean we will go on as well as to do this operation into the neighboring states? If you remember, we mentioned that a lot of arrests and recoveries were made in Niger State, and we continue to go into the neighboring states who come into the FCT to steal all the infrastructures and take to other states for sales. So it's a continuous exercise. We will go into all the neighboring states where this activity is taking place. You asked a question about those doing legitimate businesses. We have taken this into consideration, but at the same time, we notice that if you look at the magnitude of these discoveries were made within all these markets. Within this market, we have those who are doing their legitimate businesses as well. They see what is going on. They refuse to talk to security operatives. They refuse to put in activities to stop it. But we have taken them into consideration. Everybody is called now for us to profile them and re-register them so that the market will be organized, the legal ones will be recognized, and those that are operating in areas that are not recognized by the government will continue to face the ban, will be scrapped finally. You mentioned a particular organization called the N1bn. You wanted to know if all associations should be carried along. All associations that have to do with sales of second-hand goods, that have to do with scavenging, are carried along. All of them have been invited to come for screening and for registration, and to give us advice. If possible, we are ready to listen to them, where we take decisive action on how to operate this business. You mentioned that we announced ban for 2 weeks, and you wanted to know if it will continue. The closure for 2 weeks is for us to profile and re-register them. And that is what we have asked them to come forward to start doing. But the ban on scavenging is permanent. Thank you.
No more questions. For the scavenging, but it is within that 2 weeks that this feat was achieved.